Ek gesels weer vanoggend met Sophy Litshani en as julle soos ek gister aan haar lippe gehang het, gaan ons vandag 'n bietjie verder kuier oor eintlik maar deel 2 van haar hele avontuur in boerdery. Sophy, welcome once again.
Thank you.
I love your story.
Thank you.
So obviously we focused on how you got into farming and once again I just want to applaud you because it's really wonderful because I know it takes a certain type of discipline and passion and dedication for a child to make the choices that you have made. So we've gotten into that initial challenges you faced. But tell me more. So now you're into farming. You are traveling. Your produce is between Cape Town and Gauteng. What happened next?
The challenges that I'm facing currently, I cannot say market because market I have it. I even got a call from the Fresh Market that they want me to produce pumpkin for them. So most of the challenges that I have currently, because from the farm that I was leasing, I bought mine. So that I can do what I want.
Yes.
Because from the lease farm, you have to do what the owner is telling you to do.
Exactly, you don't have freedom.
So, yes, I don't have freedom.
Yeah.
So I just said, oh, okay, no, now I've got some cash. Let me just purchase my own farm. That's what I did. So the challenges that I can tell you at the moment is I'm developing the farm currently. I need to buy the irrigation. You can imagine how much it costs for 1 hectare irrigation.
Yeah.
I don't have a reservoir. I did not have tractors, but I was a lucky person. My lovely MEC, Mbali, she ended up giving me a tractor. So also the challenges is I was working on the virgin land. I have to the ground, it's very hard.
So you've got to make it fruitful.
Exactly.
Yes,
I have to make it healthy. So the challenges is some of the equipment I don't have. I don't have also the truck. But currently I'm building the house of my farm managers, my workers' kitchen, and where I'm gonna do the laundries. And I'm also building a processing company because I'm going to open my own processing company.
There she goes. So, there she goes. Absolutely you are.
Yeah, so the challenges are there, but I'm going to overcome them very soon. I don't make the challenges to stop what I want. I always get a plan to do something, to move forward. If I can see I cannot afford new bricks, I buy the second hand. If I can see with my tractor, I cannot afford the new one, I buy second hand.
Yeah.
So that's what I do all the time. So also the challenges is the paperwork, because now I'm running my new farm. So I need to hire more people, but I cannot afford them now because the money, all the money that I'm getting, I'm investing back to the business.
In the ground.
So, but next week I'm going to open my new office. Maybe if you come and visit, you'll see it. That's when I'm going to be focusing on paperwork to do things right, because I also want to export.
Sophie, I'm 100% sure your parents are extremely proud of you. And obviously now, recently, you are the Agri Gauteng's finalist for New Harvest of the Year. What a title. What does that mean to you? Because you started with nothing and now you are building in the midst of almost nothing and you're making plans. What does that title mean to you?
To be a New Harvest of Agri Gauteng of the Year, I think it's going to take me very far. And I want to thank Agri Gauteng to recognize me.
Absolutely.
Because it's not easy to be a farmer. And remember, now most of the youth, because I'm still youth, most of the youth, they're putting hope on me. I also have an art growers farmers where they have their own produce, but they don't know where to sell. So I go and collect them, then as long as the quality is good, I've got grades, I've got grade A, grade B, grade C. So if I'm going to tell you, or if it's grade A, I'm going to pay you this much, grade B, I pay this much.
Yes.
So it's going to encourage them.
Absolutely.
And it's going to encourage other women who wants to start business and then maybe they don't know how to start. I started with a zero amount, with a 0 cent. And this competition, even, you know, my sister, even the government, the MEC, the ministers, the HOD, they are looking forward to see me progressing in farming.
Yes.
And I want to show Gauteng Ori, no matter what kind of situation that you're going to come across, you have to push.
Absolutely.
You don't have to stop. You have to push. That's the only way to go. So I think, they will be very proud of me. And I don't want to disappoint them. And I'm going to work harder to win this competition, I promise you.
Sophie, you are not disappointing anybody. And I can't help getting emotional listening to you speak, because I know, especially when we talk about being an inspiration or being a role model for the youth, they're quite difficult to find. And it's really wonderful hearing your story, seeing where you came from, but not being a victim of where you came from. Like you said, when something comes, when a hurdle comes, you make a plan B and make plan C. And that's wonderful, especially in the agricultural sector, because you mentioned just now, being a farmer is not easy.
It's not easy. And I am so proud of myself. Yesterday, when I went to the salon to do this hairstyle, I found a guy who used to take me. It was a guy who slept on the street, who used to accompany me to the train station because I did not have money to afford for the taxi. I found him. Then he said he saw me in TV. That day he stopped smoking. He stopped everything, drugs. Then he said, Sophie, you know what? I thank God I end up meeting you. I cried. I give like everything that I had because I know the pain. He said, you changed my life. So I'm happy if I'm changing people's life. And even my farm, I don't have the rules where people, they don't enter. They enter. That's where you see, Ori, people outside there, they've got problem. People are sleeping with hunger. So even if they are coming to buy, sometimes I check what kind of person you are.
Yes.
If you are telling me you are a mother who you are not working, your kids are still at school, and then you're holding 10 rand to come and buy spinach, I just cry. I just say, go and harvest whatever amount you want to feed your family. So I think I'm doing great to a nation and also to my local people around there.
I don't think we pat ourselves on the back enough. You can do it. You can absolutely. If you are not your own biggest cheerleader, what the hell are you doing wrong, hey? That is true. It really is the truth. Sophie, so obviously we're going into the finals now. You've got this, you are finalist, and I know it's going to be life-changing for you. And I think while we have this platform, if we can't spread a bit of inspiration, I think it's necessary too. So when people look at you and you being a woman in agriculture, and obviously there's challenges, and we all are facing the challenges, what is that message that you'd like to portray, that you'd like somebody to have an aha moment about?
Okay. I like to tell South Africa that with God, everything is possible.
There we go.
I know the suffering. I sleep on the street. I know how to pick an apple on the street and go and wash it and eat it. Then I go and sleep. So I even test God, or God, if you are really, really, really God, who said you're going to protect us and nothing that is gonna harm you. I'm trusting you. I'm trusting my face. No, I want to show me where I'm going. So I think even now, when people they're gonna see me on TV, they're gonna see God in me, seriously, God, it works, God protect us, and it's going to give us exactly what we want. So to the people, can say, you must not give up. Yes, when you start, some people, they're going to try to discourage you, and it's not doable. Remember, I'm sleeping at night at farm as a woman, but I'm going to only pray to God, God, please protect me. Nothing must come and harm me, because this is my dream. This is what I want.
And you're doing good.
And I'm doing good. Yes. I'm telling you, 2 years to come, I'm going to be hiring doctors. I'm going to be hiring everyone in my farm. Yes. Because when I'm opening a processing company that belongs to me, I need more than 100 people to come and process my food. So I'm going to be changing people's life.
Wow.
I'm going to hire many people. And I promise you, whatever I say, I'm going to do it. Come hell, come storm.
I have no doubt. You don't have to worry. You don't have to convince me anyway. And we've got 3 minutes left. I just want one more. When you approach your farming, do you think you approach it differently than, let's say, your neighboring farm? What's that special something, that special part of Sophy that you put into your farming that makes it unique? If you had to answer it for yourself, what's your Sophy stample?
My Sophy stample is I do things that people, they think a woman, they cannot do it. I drive my own tractor.
I love it. I have seen you on that tractor.
Rotivate, I plow. So for me, even to drive a Code 14 truck, you will see me driving Code 14 truck. I don't limit myself, because those things are machines. And you can even see now on the high garages like our Ford, there's a woman who are mechanics there. So why me? Why I have to limit myself?
You don't.
I don't. I plow, I rotivate myself, I disc, I do everything.
I'm curious to know who the man next to you is. If there is any, I'm not going to ask, but it must be an exceptional person to stand alongside you.
Guess what?
There's nothing, no one. What?
There is.
Oh, is there? Okay, that's wonderful.
There is.
That's
and
special.
You know why? God blessed me with a man. The man that I found, my sister, I can tell you, is the man that I ask from God. He does not have kids outside. I'm going to be a first woman. I'm going to get married very soon. He's the first black person who farming flowers in Cape Town Oak Valley Estate.
Wow.
He's producing flowers for Woolworth.
Wow.
So then I said, and if you know how we met, you will love my sister.
I wish we had an hour. I literally wish we had an hour. But we are going to continue our chat, and I'm going to get you into the studio again, because Sophy, if there's anything you take from today is just an exceptional amount of awe I have for you, and you don't need inspiration from me. I think you've got this. But thank you for just sharing your story. I think it's going to make an impact, and thanks for being you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I also want to thank GROOTplaas for this opportunity to recognize me.
Absolutely.
I think it's a very great achievement for me.
Absolutely.
And then also, you know, if you're a farmer, you are feeding the nation. So when my clients see me, it's going to give a good picture to them. Yeah, thank you so much.
It's our privilege. Thank you, Sophy.
I really appreciate
We're going to talk again.
All right, thank you.
Ek hoop jy het dit geniet en ek hoop jy het 'n wonderlike dag wat voor lê. Die groot ontbytspan groet jou natuurlik om 6:00 vanoggend en ja, ek hoop 'n goeie week verder vir jou. Ons sien mekaar môre weer. Totsiens.